we're staying on top of the effort to cut down on crimes committed by teenagers in Mecklenburg County.
Last night, the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council asked Mecklenburg County commissioners for more than $2 million to continue with programs that are aimed at keeping kids away from crime. And our Mary Calkins reports that some commissioners are questioning how well these programs are actually working.
The Juvenile Crime Prevention Council is in charge of programs aimed at preventing juvenile delinquency. Here is a look at some of the top funded programs, including CMPD's Youth Diversion Program and other family and youth mentoring services. One of them is Trey Sports Positive Action Program, which gets more than $230,000 from the county. We spoke with the program director and founder last month. It's an after-school program for juveniles after they've committed crimes in Mecklenburg County. Students age 11 years old and up get picked up from school and taken here for wraparound services, sports, help with homework, and programming on everything from conflict resolution to finding employment.
We want to try to renew their minds, change their way of thinking, and get them to think things differently, hear things differently.
During last night's Mecklenburg Board of County Commissioners meeting, the interim chair of the Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, which oversees the programs, presented the budget request. Some commissioners asked for hard numbers to see whether the programs are paying off.
I really don't have any idea of what the impact of any of these organizations are doing, how we measure that, and how that translates into the communities.
We actually are face to face with the youth that the programs or organizations serve, with parents and having conversations with them, youth having surveys and getting their impacts and what they feel like they receive from the program and how it's changed their lives.
Commissioners also want information on new programs that could get funding in the future. Reporting in Charlotte, Mary Calkins, WBTV, on your side.